Instagram won't let me go live anymore. It says your account does not qualify. It's like, fuck you. Stupid ass fucking social platform. Anyways, biggest waste of time for everybody. Ooh, I got non-dairy creamer. Fuck. So good. Did you see that? See how I flipped that camera around? See how insanely skillful that was? Oh shit, I dropped a copy. Fuck. You motherfuckers. That was your guys' fault. Oh god damn it. Christ on his goddamn fucking cross. What the fuck are you guys doing? Hold on. The key is you gotta get it before it gets into the carpet. See how fucking chaotic my life is? I can't even like just put a phone down without spilling coffee and dropping my phone over and look at that. That's amazing. I remember when I moved in this place, I spilt an entire cup of pomegranate juice on the brand new carpet. Before there's furniture in here or anything in my room. And I was like, fuck, no. But as a retired alcoholic, I've picked up a lot of wine, spilt wine, and if you get toilet paper, you don't even need to wet the toilet paper or anything. Get like a whole roll of toilet paper, and if you consistently dab the carpet with toilet paper, because it's so thin, it absorbs so much better than a paper towel. Anyways, I spent a good, honestly, 25 minutes dabbing that carpet with the toilet paper, and I got all of that pomegranate juice up, and you couldn't even tell that I spilled any pomegranate juice at all. At all. Brand new carpet, spilled an entire cup of pomegranate juice on it when I moved in this place. You couldn't tell at all. Yesterday's live kind of sucked. It did. It was depressing. Not only was it boring for the viewers, it was even boring for me. I don't even remember what I talked about. Almost hitting a javelina, almost hitting a wild animal on the road. And my chart of knowing, believing, new information, getting rid of new information, getting rid of old information. Like this was yesterday's live. Yeah. So I just took Ginger for a walk, and I picked up a pizza for dinner tonight. So I'm gonna be. You see her? I just took you for a W. I might take her for another WALK. So I was driving around running errands earlier, and I listened to the song that I'm releasing on the 9th called Fresh Pumpkin Pie. And it's good. It's fucking good. And I listened to it at a low level. It wasn't loud. It was a low level as far as the volume went, and it's good. It's an instrumental, and it's good. I was like, I haven't listened to it in a few days, and I was like, man, this is really good. So I'm really excited about that dropping on the 9th on Spotify and Amazon Music. Can you guys see how many people are viewing? It just says, that person just left. They're like, he's talking about me. He's talking about me. I'll show you what I got for dinner. Boom. Meat lovers pizza and Arizona iced tea. So I blocked Lexi today. I'm like, fuck that bitch. She's fucking ugly and stupid anyways. And then I have another song coming out on the 22nd. Hold Me Like a Gun. It's got programmed drums. You know, I wish I had real drums, but oh well, you know. Still sounds pretty good. That's dropping on the 22nd. So I think everything's starting to change a little bit. We're realizing that they've been just bullshitting us, indoctrinating us into like fake space travel and all that stuff. It's, I wouldn't say fake, it's more like staged, you know, just like how wrestling, there's fake wrestling, you know, they're not really fighting, but it looks like they are because they're like throwing each other around and shit, being all gay. That's how staged space travel is. It's not fake. I mean, there's people in a fucking ship and there's like all this gear around, but a lot of it doesn't even do anything. It's just it's an operative art, you know. Space travel and the heliocentric global theory and all of that stuff, gravity and planets and all that, it's a speculative science. And it's based upon an operative art. And this is why I don't call it fake space travel, it's staged. But if you're a fan of staged space travel, people are a fan of theater, people like movies. It's not really fake, it's staged. Okay, so if you're a fan, I guess, you know, I respect that. But the deeper reasoning behind this, there's like an agenda, whether people are aware of it or not, and that's to discredit the creation. You discredit the creation and you create another alternate reality, then you're trying to dismantle the accountability of, you know, the family structure and basically eventually it'll you see this reality, this alternate reality they're creating is like really only experienced through devices anyways. So, oh, you love Saturn so much and Jupiter and stuff, but you could only experience it through CGI and images, programming images. And then people will be like, well, dude, I got a telescope and I could see the rings on the planet. It's like, that's a celestial body. First of all, it's not a planet. And space is sterile, and we've never even been past the firmament. So it's whatever the celestial bodies are, we've never fucking been there, and we're never gonna get there unless we're able to get past the firmament. And it's just water above there. That's why the sky's blue. As above, so below. That's what that saying means. So we're in this weird little fucking biodome with bodies of water on Earth, and then there's you know, water above us, and the moon and the sun orbits around the Earth. Or it's set in motion around the Earth. I wouldn't really say orbit. Okay, so this is like the big if you know, you know thing. space travel, it's all hyped up, you know. It's just, I'm not really a fan of influencers in Hollywood and all this fake shit. I feel like if an influencer got fucking in a car accident and died, like I would probably break my sobriety and go have like some tequila and celebrate. I'm just kidding. I don't hate influencers that much. I just think people are stupid. And if people are dumb enough to fall for the hype and the charm and the tone of voice and the false sense of security and entertainment that 99% of influencers portray, then it's like no wonder everybody's fucking indoctrinated and took those vaccine shots and are just put masks on their face, just basically do whatever they're told because they're fucking idiots, basically. I never got vaccinated, you know, so I mean, does that make me better than people that did? In a way, it does. Because I saw that was bullshit right away. I was like, this is, anything that you see on mainstream news is fucking bullshit and it's staged. It's spell casting. Return to your regular programming. I mean, it's all right there. The people on the in, they know all this stuff. They're making the company they own, everybody work there, get the vaccine because they want them to fucking die. Because people actually hate other people. That's the truth. Most people are only friends with other people because they're sort of held hostage in this group conscious. They're held hostage in the group conscious, but the people never got the vaccine that knew it was all bullshit. So basically, the whole evolution, feminism, LGBT, all of this hype, digital currency, refined corn syrup to make you tired, refined sugar, refined corn syrup to make you exhausted. It's all wrapped up in this sort of, I guess, an agenda to create an alternate reality. And once you realize that the police and all our agencies in the government, they're all part of this fucking clown show, and they're just fucking idiots that can never get a job or figure out to do anything. They just do what they're told and have no problem bullying the society they live in with gang stalking and gaslighting. Once you realize and you know all this shit, they can't really fuck with you because darkness flees from the light. So people will block you, you know, when you bring up all this stuff about stage space travel and crisis actors and this alternate reality and digital currency having no tangible value. It's worth literally nothing. And they're just making up all these numbers about, you know, oh, this celebrity made $50 million. And it's just a big sham. Once you realize this alternate reality and how it operates, they can't really fuck with you. Stage space travel is they want you, you got to understand the psychology behind it. They want you to be like, oh, there's so much out there. I'm just a little dot on Earth. We're just a little tiny Earth in this endless, vast, expanding universe. There's probably so much out there. So then you don't take power, you don't take control in your life because you just think you're a little dot in the universe. That's the psychology behind it. It's to keep you down, to take the power from you. That's why they create all this stage space travel. No creation, no accountability, you know? Dinosaurs, fake. All that shit is staged. It's all speculative science based upon an operative art. But you got to understand the psychology behind it to discredit the creation. No creation, no accountability. Okay, they have you so worried about paying bills giving your digital currency that doesn't even exist, your computerized money, sending it over so you have a place to fucking live when everything on earth is free and nothing should cost anything. There shouldn't be a government. And then you have these fucking Republican Nazi pieces of shit, and they're like, oh, well, small government. It's like, no, fucking no government, bitch. Not fucking small government. We don't need any government. The fucking highways that we built are killing all the animals. Okay, the Native Americans, they lived with the animals and with the seasons, and they traveled north and south with the animals. North during the summer, south during the winter. We built all these highways through everything, and now all the cactuses are dying from the exhaust, the plant life, and animals are getting confused because that's their route they've been going up and down for thousands and thousands of years, 6,000 years since the creation. And they're like roadkill everywhere. And we have so much resources, we can't build little 5-foot fucking walls on the side of our highways. I got to drive to fucking work and everybody's going 10 miles underneath the fucking speed limit. Speed limit is 55. Everyone's going 45 because everybody's hitting skunks and deers and coyotes and javelinas, apparently. I almost hit one the other day. They care more about putting refined sugar and corn syrup, poisoning the food, putting it in everything, than constructing little 5-foot walls on the side of a highway to protect the animals and the people driving the fucking cars. But the elitists, they don't give a shit. They don't care about this stuff. They don't care. They literally just want you to be fucking tired from refined sugar, brainwashed, thinking you're fucking spinning around on Earth, flying around the sun. Everything they've discovered is proven wrong in the next 10 or 15 years. It's a fucking clown show. NASA and the government is the biggest fucking clown show. And if anybody fucking respects any of these fucking cocksuckers, which are all Freemasons, and that's their ritual, they just suck each other's dicks because they're Satanists and they think that's funny too. You know, if anybody respects these people, I can't respect them because they're not unplugged from this demonic virus. It's a virus. This sort of hype about digital currency, space travel, money, and all this stuff, it's like literally, it's a sort of virus. It's a demonic virus. It's demon tech. That's what it is. It's demon tech. Okay. So now we have people that are waking up and they're assembling, they're getting organized, they're getting weapons ready to basically overthrow these fucking piece of shits that are in the government. And the National Guard and the Army is not going to go along with these Satanists. So they're going to have to bring in a fucking army from outside the country, like China or something, which we probably already sold the country to them. The New World Order started in 1985. All this hoax about vaccines and space travel and all this whole LGBT agenda and all this stuff, it's been planned for over 100 years, and they started the course of action in 1985. And the Eastern Orthodox Church is one of the only churches that is not involved in this New World Order, is the Eastern Orthodox Church. And our reaction to them starting their course of action in 1985, we decided to accept everybody into the Eastern Orthodox Church and the Antiochian Eastern Orthodox Church. So the Greek Orthodox Church, they're very like, I go to a Greek Orthodox Church and there's like the attorney for the FBI is there, and there's people that work for NASA. They're very going along with the program, you know, Freemason priests, bishops that are Freemasons. You know, so the Greek Orthodox Church has kind of been compromised. They're very part of this agenda. But the Antiochian Church and the Russian Church in Georgia, and that's what they want, to see these evil people in this world. They've gotten their hooks in the Greek Orthodox Church. And so now what church do you think is going to rise to power in America? It's going to be the one that's fucking having gay marriages, supporting NASA. And all these other churches, they're trying to dismantle them, the ones that are remaining true to the Holy Fathers and to the Desert Fathers. So there's going to be a war. A lot of people are going to die, and they don't have the power to stop the uprising. They don't have the numbers. The only reason the people haven't taken back over the government from the satanic cults, the only reason the people have not taken over the government from these satanic cults is because of the crisis events they create. Charlie Kirk, that was fake. That was totally faked. It's all bullshit. All these school shootings, people are just about to go fuck up cops and take shit over and start to fucking completely riot and stuff. And the only reason they're not is they're like, oh, create another fucking staged event, another crisis acting event. And then you watch TV and you're like, wow, I was just going to go fuck that bitch up. And now I seen that somebody else already did it. Somebody else already fucking got her and her fucking whatever. So it's like, well, I guess I'm not going to because it already happened, but it's all staged and nothing fucking happened. They just want you to keep paying bills. It's like, fuck, I'm not going to pay any fucking bills. I live out in the fucking country, okay? I have a fucking AR-15. What are you going to do about it, you know? What happens when people stop fucking paying bills? Okay, so this is what's going to happen is all the school systems. I was going to say this is what's going to happen. Everything is going to shut down. They already did that. They already shut down the entire country for 4 years because they thought everybody was going to fucking die from these poison shots they gave them, but nobody fucking died. I mean, people are still dying from them, but not a lot of people. They're like, oh shit, we're gonna wipe out 60% of the country. Instead, they probably got 3%. Okay, the entire time they locked everyone down, they were building cell phone towers, 5G towers. That was the whole point of the pandemic, was to keep everybody inside so they could assemble the body bags and build 5G towers to basically control people's minds even further, to micromanage people into this alternate reality that's not Christian. Okay, if you're going to be a Christian, you got to go to this fucking mega NASA church that's all fucking hyped up and psycho and shit. You know, so they basically were going to, and so now it's like when you go to your house and you catch like a thief in your home red-handed, that's how the government feels right now. They're like, damn, none of your plans worked. Nobody fucking died. And now everybody's figuring out that everything you've been teaching us has been a fucking lie. And so now they're being like real cool, and they're like it's all quiet in the country right now. They're fucking lunatics. They're fucking maniacs, and the police are fucking maniacs, and people are like, oh, there's some good cops out there. No, there's fucking not. There's not any good cops. They're all deceitful Satanists, and they use tone of voice and they use charm. And when that doesn't work, they try to fucking gaslight you at your job. There's a fucking guy in where I live in North Arizona, and he drives around in a big truck. It says NASA is lies, Earth is flat. Just blasts his truck with all this like truther stuff. And he's been driving around for fucking years. So they can't really touch you when you're in the spirit. The spirit of the Antichrist comes by force, but Christ defeated that. So if you're in the light and you're a true Christian and you're a truther, you could go around doing whatever the fuck you want, and nobody could do anything about it. Because if anybody fucks with the Orthodox Church, they'll be murdered, basically. And our government knows that. So they're treading very fucking lightly because they will get fucked up. Russia's been around, all these Eastern Orthodox countries, they've been around a lot longer than America. And if they wanted to, they could fuck us up. They could send hitman and fucking kill specific fucking people if they wanted to. And I'm sure they are doing that, but our news, they'll never cover that because they're Masonic pieces of shit, and they don't cover the truth. They only cover their staged fucking controlled little events, their little clown show events. That's the only thing they cover. So there's a little dose of truth for you guys. I hope you guys have a good one.